Okay. Sorry. It wouldn't be a LIB stream if I was on time, right? And I was on time. I was actually here early. But it doesn't really matter when you're working with this guy. All right. Welcome to Subscriber Sunday. Sunday. For those of you who are new here, you're in charge. Whatever way you want it to go, it's the way it'll go. A lot of times we have some dead space, some dead air. I have somebody with us today. If anybody else would like to pop in, feel free. I'm going to ask, I don't usually do this. I'm going to ask, though, if you guys do decide to donate, if you don't mind doing it to the PayPal. I'm trying to get out in the field tomorrow and, if possible, Tuesday too, and do a 48-hour kind of camping trip, basically. I know it's last minute, but I'm trying to fit in where I get in. It's a pretty popular spot, and we have storms coming in, so I'm hoping that there won't be a lot of people out there. And Montauk is strange. As you know, we've been doing some stuff together, working on night things and whatever. So this is kind of out towards him, and he'll be able to make it and hang out there and spend time. And it feels right for me to do my camping thing finally. So I'm trying to go with it. I really am. But obviously I'm being held up by that stupid thing that runs our world. All right, back to you guys. Appreciate you all being here. I'm going to do a little roll call. Oh, what's up, buddy? Carson, hello. Raymond. Montauk is strange. There he is. Knack, prayers are with you. Miss Linda, wherever you are, there you are. And RG, prayers are with you as well for that heat. I know you guys are going through it. Janelle, welcome in. Camping with Sasquatch, great premiere. Unidentified S4, the legend. Support each other, guys. Subscribe. Drop your links if you want. Truth is in the background. Hey, buddy. Mark, hello. Stacy, hello. Welcome in. Montauk, quick fact is 1,102 miles from here to Camp Hero. Damn. Well, that 17 and a half hours roughly turns into an extra 10 because you're dealing with Montauk in the summer, which is an extra 3 hours. And then you're dealing with the city too. So I love it. Look how many people are in here. I love it. We are getting underway. I have something coming your way soon too. We're going to do another podcast too. I don't know how I'm going to work it, but I'm going to be teaming up with somebody. And let me just say, me and him have been in touch for a long time and always have, but you have not seen him in a while. He hasn't, for different reasons, you haven't seen him in a while. But let me just say, this has been in the making and has been something that's meant to be for a very, very, very long time. And I think it's finally going to come to a point, and we'll make it happen. Probably going to be Monday nights, but we'll talk about it. It's probably going to be late for you East Coast people too, so I apologize for that, but it's just the way it's going to be, most likely. And look, I figured out a banner too. Look, it's Bigfoot language. It says Subscriber Sunday in Bigfoot. Rachel, welcome in. OCST. Annabelle, Anna, gone bananas. Wow, huge crowd tonight. Beautiful thing. Rob S. How's your lighting for the night, sir? Good question. Okay, I think we're all caught up. Toby, no, what's up, buddy? Good to see you. That's Confessions. Welcome in. Truth is in the background. Yeah, not the way I drive. Right. All right. So we have somebody here tonight. I'm going to pull him in. And you guys haven't seen him in a while either. But if you guys are not subscribed to him, you should be. For those of you who like people who do research, because I don't do research, right? This he's legendary. Let me see if I can figure this crap out. Did I get him?
Yeah.
There he is. What's up, brother?
Hey, all right, Mike.
Good to see you.
It's good to see you too.
Hang on, let me fix the volume here. There we go. Okay. All right, I think we're safe here. How you doing, man?
All right, pretty good, yeah.
Yeah, I know we tried last week, and I know you've been having some things going on in your house. Yeah, I've been praying for you.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Wynette's been having some health issues. The last 2 weekends, we ended up in the emergency room.
Yeah, that's rough. Yeah, last week I know you were scheduled to come in, and then I didn't bring up what was going on, but I just asked everyone to kind of like say a prayer. So
I appreciate that. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
David Martin, welcome in. Scotty, good to see you, buddy. If one of the mods can drop, I know, right? Tim is the man. I'm like a Tim T fan. It's
I
ridiculous.
appreciate that.
There's not many people because I do this. You know what I mean? Like I'm out there all the time. So there's not a lot of people that I'm like a fan of watching. You know, like I love catching all your stuff and seeing what you guys are up to. You're very like you have all like the extra high strangeness, but then like you do all like the by the book stuff that you're supposed to do too, which I slack with. Like I I slack so bad with collecting data. And like you're always on it, man. It's like whenever like something is needed, like you got it in your back pocket. You know what I mean? Like, maybe it's the army in you still, but like you always have what you need on you. Can't be easy lugging it around.
No, it gets pretty heavy. I carry extra batteries and everything.
Everything, I know. Yeah. Everyone's saying prayers, and sorry to hear that. What's up, hard worker? Not much, man. I'm actually trying to. I'm trying to get out to a place called Indian Island. Hopefully, I know it's short notice, but I really want to get out there. I'm just short on, funds. That's really what it boils down to. So in order to get there, I just need to make some ends meet. And anyway, it's a beautiful place, and like it's really hard to get to, like because it's busy. It's very busy. I called up today just to double check, and they were like, "Oh, you got to do it online." I said, "What are my other options?" Right? Because like I don't do online. Like you guys know me by now. I just don't do it. I don't know what I'm doing. I feel like I'm, dealing with a different language. So they're like, "Oh, you can't book it on the phone." I said, "Well, how would I come to you?" Like, she's like, "Well, if you come to us, then you have to stay." You know what I mean? And like, she's like, "You can't come and like book it for down the line." I said, no. If I come to you, then I'm, if I come there, then I'm gonna be like ready to post up anyway. You know what I mean? So like, I'm kind of flying by the seat of my pants here. Oh goodness, thank you, buddy. Oh, please, guys. All right, this is gonna sound like such an asshole thing to say. Please don't send it here and send it to the PayPal if you can, because I can't get this off. Like, I can't get it off. I don't have a bank account for it to go to, so it's just kind of sitting there. And not that it's not doing any good. It is. It's collecting. Obviously, it's not like it's disappearing. But thank you so much, buddy. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you. I don't know what I just clicked, but if one of the mods can drop the PayPal link, if possible. Oh, what is this? Tim T, thank you for dropping that link too. Montauk is strange. Thank you, bro.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I appreciate it.
So I want everybody to like. We do Sub Sunday, right? And like I told you, like you know the deal. You've seen it 100 times. You've been here. I kind of let them run the show, but what have you been up to? Like, I really want them to go to you. I like to always guide everybody in a good direction. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
you're a good direction for sure, obviously.
Yeah. Well, we've been getting out a few times. Since December, we've been out a couple of times, probably about 3 times, and we've also been fishing a couple of times. I've been doing a few fishing videos as well.
Yeah, I
And
see
plus,
'em.
I've got a lot of footage too. I'm still going through and doing videos from those as well.
Yeah, it amazes me because like I have no idea how you like I don't know, bro. I don't know how you do it because like you edit too. Like I don't know how you do all this shit. Like I don't even know how to do it.
It's mostly just self-taught. I just keep learning as I go, kind of pretty much teaching myself and just learning a little bit here and there from other people.
Yeah. All right, let me see. Met Tim T once. Super cool person. Oh, you've met Martin before, right?
Yes. Yeah, I
Yeah.
remember Martin.
Oh,
Yeah.
you guys actually remind me of each other.
Yeah,
Like
I'm
soft,
sure that
soft,
at the Ocala Bigfoot conference. Yeah.
yeah, like soft spoken, cool as hell, badasses. Like, when you're a badass MFer, you don't have to say it, right? Is that Wayne that back there? How you doing?
Yeah, that's her. Yeah. Yeah.
We've been pulling for you, Wayne. That.
Thank you so much, and I so appreciate it. You guys are awesome.
Yeah, absolutely. It's the least we could do. You guys are legends.
Yeah. Okay. She's been doing real good for the last few days now.
Mhm.
That's good.
Yeah.
Oh, it's good to hear. I have 2 tarps and extension cords and power strips galore. All right. I just bought a power strip. I had to go and return some stuff that I got. So I had to like it's so bad. I had to like return some things and I didn't have a receipt, so I had to like, you know what I mean? I was trying to like find the exchange rate and like putting stuff back. You know when you're at the register and you're like, well, no. No. Like you're hiding it like and I felt bad because the girl was getting kind of pissed, the cashier, because I probably should have just been like, I'm not gonna take that, I'm not gonna take that, I'm not gonna take that, so she could have it and like organize it, but I was embarrassed, so I was like hiding it. You know what I mean? Like, you ever do that where you have to like stuff it in the gum and the candy and like you put stuff you can't afford, you just kind of push it to the side as stuff's going down the belt.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
There it is. Thank you, Goodness. I caught up to your donation. Thank you so much, brother. Annie, wow, I must be so far behind. Yes, it is awesome. You guys are amazing, all of you. Thank you for being here. And you know me, I don't like doing this shit. I don't ever like doing this. Like, but it is what it is. Like, I really want to get out there, and I don't. I'm nervous. I'm nervous. I'm gonna get out there, and it's not gonna work out because of finances, and that's just a silly ass thing. I don't need a lot. I just need a little cushion. So what else has been going on? Thank you, buddy. Oh, thank you, guys.
Well, my last video, I got a pretty good thermal image that I've been showing. To me, it looks human. It looks like
So it does look human. So some people were messaging me about that video, and they were like, "Did you see this? Did you see this? Did you see this?" And I literally had it up, and my son was here, and he had a friend over, which and like I was trying to watch it, and I couldn't. Like, it was so hot out today, and they were all over the place, and then I lost track of it. So I'll be honest, I didn't get to finish it, but I was trying to scroll through to like find that one part. But you said it might have been a shaman, or like
it looks human. It looks like an Indian shaman to me.
That's interesting.
Or either it's a Sasquatch and he looks real human like.
I'm sure a couple of our people in here will come over and take a look and give you some feedback, because Miss Linda for one, and like Mr. Carson, they tend to see things like that too. And like Miss Linda always send me stuff and be like, "Oh, it's not a Sasquatch. It's like an Indian. You know what I mean? It's an Indian. I'm like, okay. And I find it very interesting.
Yeah, it's really good. You can see him really good. You can see his face really good. He's to me, he's got to be coming in or out of a portal or a dimension because he's close enough and we couldn't see him with our own eyes. So I'm gonna go through my other camera footage really good and try to make sure that if we could see anything on those.
Mm. Yeah.
But it's on thermal, so he was putting off heat.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah, he was putting off
See,
heat.
that's
thermal.
See, I never know. Like, so I have the FLIR. The FLIR that I have is the FLIR 1, which is like, you know what I mean? It's that one that attaches to your phone. So it don't go far. You know what I mean? Like, you can't like zoom in on stuff. It's like, if it's in range, it's in range, and that's it. But it has Tim, it has so many settings on it. You know what I mean? Like, like you could put it like red cold or gray, you know, gray red, gray blue, and then or like all gray, and then there's a million different like violet color ones. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So how do you pick which one you use? Like, which one do you think is the best?
I've got like 5 different settings on mine, and when I first got it, I kept trying different ones, and I really like the black hot best.
Black hot, okay.
Black hot. Yeah, yeah. To me, it really shows everything up better, humans or animals. Every time I see a Sasquatch, it shows it up pretty good.
You know how I practiced? I practiced with my kids in the house. That's how I did it. I was like, because they run around, I was practicing with the kids.
Yeah.
And I was, you know, it gave me an idea, and then like the deer would come by, and I would like, you know, I would check them, and that's how I practiced, you know. But I do that with everything with the deer. Like whenever deer come, I always treat it like I almost treat like everything like I pretend almost like a kid would pretend. Like even if I bump into like a squirrel, you know what I mean? I'm like, oh, I'll take this opportunity to like practice if it was a Sasquatch. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it kind of it gives you a muscle memory. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it does. Yeah. Yeah. And that's what I've developed too from filming all the time when I'm out there. It's almost natural now.
Good luck with the storm. They are moving up this way, but so like we're getting scattered rain all over the place. But like I know we're supposed to get thunderstorms over the next couple of days. I know a couple of you were concerned, said check the weather because we're planning on going camping. But that's the whole idea. Is I want to be out there when there's storm energy. You know, there's a method to my madness. You know what I mean? It's not going to be ideal as far as like if you were just going to camp, you'd be like, that's the worst day to go. But for what we are doing, like there's an ideal situation there that I'm trying to be opportune about, I guess.
Yeah, that's probably going to be a really, really good time to catch something out there moving around.
Oh yeah, the storm energy, and then like a lot of stuff moves around too that normally wouldn't. Nocturnal things come out, like you know what I mean, in the daytime. Like there's so many different things that happen, and it really just mixes things up. But the energy is like, for these energy-based beings and stuff, they harness it and utilize it. It's crazy. It's fun though. It's fun. It gets a little chaotic sometimes, but it's fun. Wow, I'm so far behind, guys. I apologize. I'm not used to this many people being in here. It's been a while, so.
Yeah, it's a good time.
And having a guest too. Yeah, very much so. Yeah, I'm very happy. I like to try and give back, and this is the best thing I can think of. Really, is to like, come and sit here with them and let them kind of comment and just feed off that.
Yeah.
It's been a little bit. The last time I was in Tim's channel, custom, good captures. It was cool. Oh, caught some good. I know you guys use talk to text, and I have to say it out loud to reconfigure what it really says. Yeah, he always does. I remember one that got me hooked once was Bigfoot Anon was ranting and raving about it. And it was that deer. The deer, I believe, a deer was picked up by an orb or something like that, right?
Yep, that's right. Yeah,
Yeah, and that
yeah. You
was
can
like,
see a big white orb picking a whole deer up.
yeah, yeah, and that's that's not something you hear every day. And you'd think that that would draw in the masses, right? But like,
Yeah,
it was just another thing that went by,
yeah.
and it blows my mind. It blows my mind
Mhm.
because like I have it happen too, bro. Where like I have these like epic things happen, and like I put them out, and it's like it's just another thing that goes by,
Yeah.
But
Hmm.
I guess that's kind of the price we pay for putting out videos like we do, you
Yeah.
know, instead of just putting out the really really good ones or the highlight reels or you know, you know what I mean.
I do. Yeah. Yeah. You're not just trying to tailor something to the people.
Yeah.
You're actually showing what you're seeing or what you're finding.
Yeah, right. And then it's like a full video diary too. You don't stop because you got something good and sit on it and talk about it for 17 weeks in a row, you
Hmm.
know. And you guys are in Florida too, which like you guys never stop. Like up here, like where I'm at, like people stop. In the winter it gets cold, people stop. Like I actually slow down in the summer. People think I'm going hard right now, and I'm really
Uh-huh.
not. I'm actually like pretty slow because it takes a toll on me. You know.
Yeah, it will. Yeah, it gets really hot here in the summer too, and it's if you get out there real early for a few hours, it's good
Yeah,
before it really starts getting hot.
yeah, right. I appreciate it, Brian. I know times are tough, bro. Don't worry about it. Either we figure it out or we don't. You know what I mean? I really feel like I'm really feeling a pull, bro. I mean, I know you already know because I've been talking to you all day, bro. I've been texting you nonstop all day, but um, I know what you said you have, like what kind of options you have, and I don't want you to go crazy, bro. So, yes, he is a good soul for sure. I mean, he's as genuine as they come. If you guys are not subscribed, guys, channel. Sounds very strange. Like I see you dropping the PayPal and dropping Tim's, Danny, you too. Guys, drop your own links if you want. This day is, for everybody over there, not me up here. Oh, it's all right. His channel is called Tim T in Florida. Mark, you will eat this channel up, bro. Mark, you will like nom. It, bro. I'm telling you, you're gonna have a field day. If you haven't even been there yet, like you can go back like forever too. He's like me, just he's always
Yeah,
pumping them out.
yeah. I've got over 700 videos now.
Yeah, it's nuts, man. Most
Yeah.
people don't have like that many, but understandably, I get it. I think
Hmm.
I have like 1,700 now. Like
Hmm.
it's stupid.
Yeah.
You can watch a video a day for like 3 years. If you give it to Mike, he can text it to me. What is it? What do you need me to text you? Oh, Tim's channel? Is that what you want? I'm lost. I don't know what you guys are talking about. But if just let me know what you need, I'll figure it out. BRBO, I'm gonna see what Mr. Weatherman has to say about the storm. We just got an alert. Okay. There you go. Timothy Cashew. Boom. Cash is here. That means links will be dropped.
Good. I appreciate it. I appreciate everybody in the chat too.
Yeah, absolutely, bro.
I
You
try to
hit
get on shows too and get in the chat sometimes.
you hit the 1,000, right?
Yes, I have. Yeah.
Okay, good. All right, I try to make sure everybody gets there if I can. I'm not trying to, but I always try to like make that push. Like it's an important milestone because I remember when I hit it,
Hmm.
when I was able to like just kind of like move forward a little bit, and like it seemed like once you get that like So it's not really important because the monetized doesn't really give you anything, right?
Yeah.
But YouTube now like pushes you a little more because you're monetized, right? So like it's that's the only benefit really is to hit the 1,000 is so that you can grow properly.
Yeah.
I'm glad you're sub, buddy. Oh, you sub too, guys. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Oh wow, thank you, Violence. Oh god. Thank you guys. There's 3 subs. Awesome. If I use a light filter, blue or violet works in the clear. Works to clear the being of the green past. Okay. Hey, Littlefoot's grandma. Good to see you. Oh, yeah, everyone's gonna say hi to her. 100. Love you all. Back at you. Back at you. Hey guys, that LAB is not so bad though. It depends who you ask, brother. It depends who you ask. I'm sure there's some people that would argue you to Martin, it's been a slow week to review videos. Eager for a good video. Yeah. Tell you, man, if I get out there, bro. Well, here's the idea, right? So what I want to do is get the good campsite, which obviously costs a little more. But what I want to do is, I want to get one that has power outlets. So that way I could just always be charged up, and then I can go live with you guys. Like every time I'm not trying to make a video, which is 24 hours in location, and then if it's 2 days, 48 hours, we could literally go live over and over and over again, and I could still do videos in between. So we'll have enough just off a day or two. We'll have enough for like a week at least. I'm still putting out stuff. I'm still sitting on stuff from a week or two ago, and it's like, but they're all like, I don't know, whatever. It don't matter. Like some of them are just like so far gone that I'm like, I don't like they don't. What I'm talking about in there isn't gonna fit the timeline. It's gonna make it like it's just gonna not make sense. You know what I mean? Because there's gonna be there's gonna be people that are gonna be like, oh, you're going to like the Smoky Mountains and this and that, and like, oh, have fun, and like like because it's like I'm at Bubba's like. I went into Bubba's like for like an hour, so I did a short video in there. But that was before I went to North Carolina, which was before I went to the mountains up north. Which was like a week ago from now. So like it's you know what I mean. It's whatever I'm talking about on there is going to sound crazy. I'm not great. Tim T is great. This guy's the GOAT. Wait, does that say what? 70-mile-per-hour winds? Shit.
Oh, wow.
He's better than great. Get real, Janelle. They must be talking about you, Tim. Or, like, I hope you do not anymore run into any dogman. Me too, buddy. Me too, buddy. I see him all the time. I don't play dumb, but I play like, I kind of just like acknowledge it to an extent, but I don't indulge in it. I just respect their space. I just go the other way, and it seems to work out for the most part. And that's the ones I see. I'm sure there's some that I, could probably grab my ankles and rip me into a bush that I never know are there. But, I don't like to think about that kind of stuff. So.
No, you sure don't.
All right, if they don't stop tooting my horn here, I'm gonna get a big head. We will make it happen. I have faith, bro. I have faith. I'm just so like I don't get excited over much, and like I don't get motivated that easily. So for whatever reason, I'm just being so drawn to that spot. And I'd hate to drive out that far just to do like a little couple hours and drive back when like, I don't know, you get my drift. I'm not going to keep, beating a dead horse. So Florida's loaded and they are always boots on the ground. You know what? there's even still, Florida weather is amazing, right? And like they can go out any time of day, anytime they want, and there's still not a lot of people that go nonstop.
No, there's not. No,
I
we
don't
get
know
out
what to.
in some areas and there's people riding horses, and we'll
Yeah,
stop and talk to them, and they'll tell us that they're not seeing anybody else out there like us.
yeah.
Nobody
It's
else out there on foot. Yeah.
yeah, it's nuts to me. I mean, if I again, I mean, and it's not humid there, right, where you're at?
Yeah, it's real humid. Yeah.
Oh, it is. Okay.
Yeah,
I can't.
really humid. Yeah.
I never really know. I'm assuming humidity comes from like being around the water. I don't really know much about it. I lived around it my whole life, but I just like I don't know. I was never really into the weather.
Okay. Yeah, the further down south there, it gets really humid. Yeah.
Yeah, because I know on Long Island it's like humid as hell. Like everyone says like that. What people say is it's sticky. Like it's gonna be sticky today.
Yeah, that's what it feels like a lot of times.
And
Yeah. Yeah.
like, your arm on something and like you go to for like half a second, it's like like you
Yep.
can't get it off. Like it's like it's weird, bro. It's so weird.
Yeah. Yeah. As
I
it
have
gets on
this.
into like July and August and September, you can get out there at daylight and you'll be sweating the whole time you're there, even just for a couple hours. You'll be
Yeah,
sweating the whole time. Yeah.
yeah. It's nasty, bro. I didn't used
Yeah.
to sweat, man. Like when I was young, I didn't really sweat.
Uh huh.
And then I got older and fatter, I guess. I don't know. Like there's more creases for the sweat. Yeah. I appreciate it. I do appreciate you guys. Thank you. I'm not gonna bring it up again. I'm really not. But thank you all so much for like hearing me out. And I don't like talking about it. I don't because I don't ever want to sound like one of those people who are like, feed me money. If it wasn't for good reason, I wouldn't bring it up. And my
It was
SNLA
good to have
become.
a little help too, though, with the having something a little help like that with the research.
I'll come out of my pocket all the time, bro. I don't. I never have. I come out of my pocket all the time. I just don't have a pocket to come out of right now. You know what I mean? Like,
I
there's
know
nothing
that.
in there.
Yeah.
My PayPal is 1044 in the negative. I don't even know how. I didn't even know you could go in the negative.
Huh.
So
Wow. Yeah.
I spent it on. I got gas. I was leaving my buddy's unidentified S4 Anthony. I was leaving his house one night. Where did we come back from? Maybe we came back from the Smoky Mountains, and I got in my car and I decided to drive home, and it was like 3 a.m. And I'm like, I gotta get gas. So I'm like, I'm like, I can't even wait till I get to Long Island. So I had to get gas, and there was like people out everywhere. Like, I mean, like shady types. So I'm like I'm not really paying attention, and I'm just pumping gas and like watching my ass. You know what I mean? And
Mm-hmm.
like I was like, shit. So I just kind of guessed how I didn't like call my car and see how much was in there, so I was just pumping. I literally only put in like $25, and I was like, that'll get me home. And I get back and it's over, and I'm like, shit. MIS and LIB combined have extra high positive energy. They are both interesting and well-grounded, connected. Their energies have strong emotions and color aura of the charts. Thank you, Carson. Brian is a special human being, man. He brings the best out of me. He really does. Like he has this way about him, and I don't know how to explain it really, but he has like such an appreciation for life and like every day and like just every day he's like the same person. Like I'm moody. I'm like I'm kind of like like I got like ups and downs and shit, and this guy is just so even. Like, I don't know. He's chill. Like I love the guy. He makes me like when I'm hanging with him, like I'm a good version of myself. Morning dew in summer, deep in the woods, and the moisture, nothing like it. Well said. I was
Yeah.
up in the mountains the other day, and when I went to Catterskill Falls, and I did a short on it, but like driving, it was the blue hour. It wasn't even close to sunrise yet, but it wasn't quite dark still. And there was such a nice fog rolling through, like between the there was this beautiful fog sitting over the grass, but like then the mountains sticking out over the top of them, and like, you know, this huge field I was driving by. I was like, pulled over. I was like, I got to get a short.
Mm-hmm.
That's like, for me, the shorts are like artistic value. Like I see things, you know, when I'm out and about, I see things and I'm like, oh, this will make a beautiful short, or like,
Yeah.
oh, this will make it, you know, so I try to do it like that. All right. Thank you, Danny. Tim T in Florida's link
Thank
again.
you. Yeah. I saw Linda ask a question too. I don't think you got to it yet.
No, not yet. Do you
Oh, that's
speak?
it right there. That's it. Well, I'll talk to him when I leave him gifts. I'll talk to him because most of the time, by the time I get to where my gifting spot is, I can feel them already watching us and close to us, and I'll talk to them. And I've only had one time that I know for sure that they did mind speak with me, and I was actually leaving one of my gifting areas, and I was leading Lynette and another one of our friends out, and they put a picture in my head of a water moccasin and where it was, and so I knew to go around it.
Nice.
Yeah, so it wasn't words, it wasn't any
Yeah,
words, but it was
beautiful.
a water moccasin and exactly where it was. Yeah, and
That's beautiful.
I knew
But
right away they did that.
that's really important that you said that, because I brought that up the other day. That's why I don't like the term mind speak, because it implies that it's words.
Yeah,
You
it
know what I
does.
mean? And it's telepathy, really, because it's not like you said it. That was like a picture and like showing you something. Like it was literally showing you the future. You
Yeah,
know what I
it
mean?
was. Yeah,
It's
that's right.
amazing to me.
Yeah.
But sometimes it's downloads of like little knowledge or like a little knowing. Sometimes it's something big. Sometimes it's like that,
Hmm.
just like an image of where you need to be or where you don't need to be. You know, in that case, where you don't need, you know, if you're walking down a path and then you get an image of like something that's up around the corner, you know, a quarter mile up that you can't visually see with your eyes, and you know there's something sitting there,
Hmm.
and then you get up there and it is sitting there, like that is, you know, that's mind blowing.
Yeah,
But
it is. Yeah.
it starts to get normal after a while.
Yeah.
And then she said the picture. That's even weirder. Did she know? Did you know what he was going to say? I mean, she said that before you said that. Like,
Yeah,
that's
she
crazy.
did. Yeah.
She is good like that. Oh, picture he wanted to review it. I got you. I don't know. Who wanted to review it? All right, let me go. Oh, yeah. Daily Dan blog. Go over there, guys. Check out Danny.
Yeah, he's
Picture.
cool. He watches my videos.
Yeah, Daily Dan Staten, like all those channels. He goes on all of them. Like, if somebody needs 5 likes, like he'll log into 5 channels and hit 5 likes. Like he supports the shit out of everybody. You
Cool.
know, like yeah, he's good like that. Really good people.
That's awesome. Yeah.
CWS, yes, I think we're getting y'all Storm. Cash a little. Sorry, guys. LIB, if you ain't got haters, you ain't too significant. I must be way behind, guys. All right, let's see. Yesterday, I found a Bigfoot and a Dogman and werewolf. Sadly, they were in a comic book on Texas front porch. I love this guy. I've been on a lot of different channels in different communities, and you guys have been the best by far. Oh, that's nice. That's very nice.
Yeah.
You know, we try to lead by example, right? I,
Yeah, that's
I
right.
I see a lot of things out there. I don't like them, Some people might come here and see things they don't like. I mean, it's just the way it is, right? It's preference. But I can't just be like, oh, da 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 da, do this, do that. Like, nobody's gonna listen to that shit. So what I do is I try to be the change I want to see. You know, like I at least always try to respond no matter what it is, even if it's just I hearted it like right away. You know what I mean? I want people to feel acknowledged that they took the time to come and watch a video and comment or whatever. At least that they were acknowledged that I saw that they saw it. Like I watch channels that people invest like these people will post every single day and never once have commented back to one single person or never even hearted like one single person's comment. And they have like hundreds or thousands of comments sometimes. And
Mhm.
I'm like, what? First of all, what makes them want to go back there? Like that's what I'm like. What makes you want to go back to that place where you just get ignored by it? But I guess there's some kind of value for them. I don't know.
Yeah, I know one that turns off the comments so nobody can comment on the videos. And I always try to do the same thing. I always try to go on and
Yeah,
reply back or do the heart thing.
I know you do, bro. I know you do.
Yeah.
I know you do. I know, Mark. Mark, I agree, bro. And listen, like uh, I try to stay chronological, but my shit's been all over the place. Like, I mean, I've been I've already been so far out of whack. But this is it. I'm cleaning. Like as of tomorrow morning, I'm wiping everything, and I'm starting fresh again, so I could get back in the flow. I can't wait, Mike. I have so much history on that spot. It's amazing. High energy spot. History proves it. If you can, bro, I'd like maybe if you could bring at least one of your little books with you or whatever, and maybe we can go through it and shit, bro. You have so much to offer people. Well, we could do it another time. You don't have to bring it out there because there's gonna be plenty for us to do. But I really hope it works out. And anyway, you got so much to offer, bro, and I really want you to. You should start doing live streams because you could literally talk for days, and not just talk. Like you have shit to talk about. Campfire story. Yeah, I hope he can make it both nights. If I do go and I do stay both nights, because here's the thing: like he doesn't know if he can make it tomorrow night, but he could definitely make it Tuesday night. So I'd hate to go and like stay for one night and then be like, oh well, I gotta go now. You know what I mean? Because then that just cancels everything out. So we'll see how it works. I don't know how to keep positive vibes when you have sighting. I think fear feeds into negative encounters. Yes, there is definitely bad things out there. Yes, and they sense fear and feed off it. Yes. Right. Same thing I tell everybody. When you have an encounter with something unexpected, fear is going to kick in, right? And if it's something that you didn't anticipate, like something other than Sasquatch, fear is really going to kick in, and it does feed off fear. It does want you to be scared, and it's gonna probably mentally mind screw you too. So you don't really have time to, or the the ability to respond appropriately. So what you always want to do is have you while you're out there, you want to kind of be saying something here and there about like walking in the light and or no negative things can come near me, dark things stay away, whatever. But whatever it may be, whether you say a prayer, whatever works for you and whatever you choose to use, you want to say that a few times at least when you walk in. And then you always got to have something in your back pocket that you are like repeat it over and over and over again. Make it short, sweet, simple, and make it something that you don't have to think about. You can recite it no matter what's going on. If meteor showers start raining from heaven, you can recite this thing. Make it short, make it simple, don't make it too tricky. You know what I mean? Just something that you have like right there ready to throw out. For me, that's kind of what I say. I say something. I'm not going to give my exact recipe, but I say things like, You know, I walk in the light. No dark beings can come near me. Stay in the darkness. Like, something to that effect. You know what I mean? That's one way to kind of you might not be able to keep your positive vibe. You might, it might get rattled, but you want to kind of try to at least. That's why when I'm out there, if you notice, I'm not really joking around and playing like I am when I'm off. When I'm outside of the woods, I'm a different person. When I'm in there, I'm vibrating at a certain frequency, and that's so the Sasquatch can reach me, and the Sasquatch can always reach me, whether they need to in a hurry or whatever. So I'm always trying to stay on that vibration and that frequency, trying to stay even keel. And if that makes sense, I hope.
Yeah, I think that's a lot of what I do. I stay on that even frequency when I'm out there.
Yeah, the way I explain it, I'm always searching for an analogy. So what I find is like me and you can be a mile away or a foot away and have walkie-talkies. And if you're on 13 and I'm on 12, channel 12, and you're on channel 13, we're not going to reach each other no matter what. No matter how close or how far we are, it's not going to connect. But if we get on the same frequency, it's going to be loud and clear. You know what I mean? And, perfect ability to connect. And that's kind of the best way I could describe it. I mean, obviously, it goes way deeper than a little radio signal, but.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Right. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah. Afternoon showers, Tim.
Yeah, we've been getting a lot of rain showers in the evenings. Yeah.
We're supposed to get them too. We're supposed to get showers in the evenings too. It says from 9 p.m. to 7 a.m. both nights, tomorrow and the next day. So, I mean, it doesn't bother me much, really. Hopefully, I'll be able to weather the storm, right? It is what it is. Worst case scenario, I'll climb in the truck if I have to, but really is filled with positive people, all with good intentions. We try, right? We try to make sure that's what it is. There's a certain mindset I have of quality over quantity. Some people will let in anybody and let in anything. I delete negative comments. I delete negative people.
Yeah.
I get rid of everything that's not going to be a positive thing. I don't want anyone to walk in here and have a negative experience. And if we do, or if someone does, I want to be able to fix it somehow, right? And you can't have somebody that infiltrates the positivity and plants their seed, and it grows into this negative tree that plants its roots and yada yada yada, right? So
yeah.
I try to always get rid of it before it becomes anything. You guys do the rest. With accounts in the negative. Yeah, I know, bro. I know. I'm not trying to be a little. I hope it's not coming off like I'm whining about money. I've noticed that's why I'm here. It's refreshing to me, Raymond. Honestly, that's nice. Appreciate you, Stacy. Mike, why are you hiding in the dark? I cannot see her. All right, hang on. I'll give you some light, Treat. It's some Sunday. You can have some light. There you go. All right. I avoid shows when I'm friendly chats. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mike's link if you'd like to help support his sector. Thank you, Cashew. Cool. I got locks on my cards. Won't let me go over. I thought I did too. Yeah, Brian has a movie star wife. Dan aliens. Oh, it's just good people. Montauk has energy that makes you smile for sure. You do too, buddy. Mr. Camping with Sasquatch. I see him as an outcast to most because I have different beliefs and think different in most, so I get singled out as a weirdo. If I believe in myself and my beliefs, I won't be a sheep and follow the herd. No, you shouldn't be. And you know what? Like, I don't care what anybody does or thinks or says, whatever. There's just a way to go about it, right? Like, there's a good way to go about it. Like, as long as people are respectful to each other and like kind to each other and like treats each other like equals and I don't care. You know what I mean? I don't care. Some of my best friends don't are nowhere. They're still flesh and blood. They still think Sasquatch is flesh and blood.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them lean away from that and start to see what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Some of them get totally into it and understand it, and then they go with it. Some of them just stay where they are, and that's fine. Like I have very good friends that are just like totally on different wavelengths, but we respect each other. You know what I mean? Like, so, like, what the hell's the difference? Like, there's other things in life besides our Sasquatch beliefs. You know, I'm not here to shove it down your throat. I'm just here to tell you exactly how my journey goes. That's it. You know, you don't have to like it, and that's what I don't understand. If you don't like it, just change the channel. Like, you could click your finger. You could be anywhere in the entire world, but people will choose to go where they don't like to be and complain.
Yeah.
Like, why? You know, like he just said, I choose not to do that. Like, smart. Set yourself for success. Isaac, what's up, my brother? I'm sorry, I missed you. Okay. All right, let's support Brian Minnick and Mount Talking Strange. Absolutely. He is getting close to 1,000. Let's get it. If you guys aren't subbed, you should be. I'm telling you. And if you don't have to be into Montauk either. He comes out with me a lot. And we're working on a documentary for those of you who don't know. So I'm basically saving a lot of my footage. And then when we go out, he's putting his out. Raymond, I feel nice. That's cool, bro. I'm gray. I'm a gray old bitchy sheep who won't go with the goats. She's got the. You're not. You're young at heart, Miss Linda. That's for sure. Unidentified UFO guy. The UFO guy Mike went investigating with. I don't know where he went. He slipped out the side door on us. Thanks. I feel that you all. Oh, that's cool, man. This is nice. This is nice. Toby, you are one of those good people, bro. You and Lindsay, obviously. Oh, I see the cameraman, little golden Bigfoot. There he is. What's up, brother? Man, if I said that any place else, I'd be an outcast. So thanks for not thinking I'm crazy. Nah, I don't give a shit, bro.
No, you're doing the right thing, Raymond.
Absolutely, bro. Absolutely. I'm like, why are you hiding? Oh, wait, damn it. How did I get back here again? How did I get back to this one again? Let's see. Wow, that's beautiful. You're a half hour behind. Thanks, Scotty. You said that last time, and I wasn't that far behind. They don't talk to me. I get all growls, howls, but I got it on camera. All right, let me catch up. Let's see how far. Oh wait, do Bigfoot like cameras? That's a good question. All right, let me see how far back I really am. Holy shit, he's right. I'm way back. Blues and oh shit. All right. I was way back. Okay, so I'm caught up. Sorry if I lost. Sorry if I'm skipping anybody. David, he's saying good night. All right, David, have a good night, buddy. I'll answer your question. So I'll answer your question anyway. I don't know if they like cameras like as a whole. A lot of people have issues getting them on camera, right? But I've never known that struggle because what they wanted from me was to connect people like our people, like Sasquatch and them. So they give me, well, Bubba gives me more than people are used to getting, I suppose, right? So I've been kind of spoiled as far as that goes, and I've had it on easy street. That's why I challenge myself. If you ever noticed, I go all different places all the time. I can go to Bubba's every single day and film Sasquatch. Like probably twice a week I could do it. You know what I mean? 3 times a week, maybe at least once a week. But I like to challenge myself a little bit. You know what I mean? So I don't really care for that like slam dunk mentality. Also, I like to see different things. I've also seen what catching Sasquatch on camera does. Doesn't do much. It doesn't do much. You know, if it's good, it's good. It's fake. And if it's good, it's fake. You know, if it's not good, it's not good. You know, so it's really a when it comes to the masses, it's really a lose-lose. So, whatever, don't matter. Don't matter. When they're ready to come out, they'll come out.
Yeah, they will. Yeah.
Losing that, missed you here. Hello, so many important people in chat. Hard for my one finger typing to keep up. Scotty, you were actually right, buddy. I was far behind. Blues and G, good to see you, buddy. Subbed. I don't even know who to who. Subscribe, cameraman. Okay, good. Sub the daily. Yeah, all right, good shit. Good shit. There's a lot of subscribing going on. I could dig it. it. I'm assuming you guys are all subscribed here. But please subscribe to. Where is he? Over here. No, how come I can't? All right, how about that? That guy.
I know it's always opposite. Yeah.
Tim, you see them in transparent form. I guess that's a question from Rob S.
The only one that I believe I've really seen was actually running. It was as big as I was, and it was like a gray streak. It was running so fast. The rest of them I catch on camera. I see them on my footage when I'm going through my film footage.
Yeah, your footage is loaded for sure. Yeah, these like we have since the last time you were on, we probably have like 90% of a different crowd. So I'm sure you'll have a lot of these people in your comments.
They'll get within 5 to 6 feet of me, and I'll catch them on the camera. But I can hear them.
Yeah, you can hear them too. When you're out there with like 15 people, it's like you get audio, right? Yeah. And I'm like, and like, I'll see it, and this is no shade at anybody else. I'm just saying, I'll notice that they are looking at you.
Yeah.
Like I'll see you walking with a group of people, and then they're looking at you, or looking at Waynette, and I'm like, oh shit! I'm like, there's something to that. Or Mike, they look at Mike too. Mike Aguilar, they look at him too.
Yeah, Mike Aguilar.
It's just something I picked up on.
With them, yeah.
Yeah, it's just something I picked up on.
When we're with a group of people too, I mean, they'll be right there. I'll tell them I'm filling them. They're right here. Everybody else will just keep on going and walk off.
Keep going, bro. I've had that happen to me so many times. Yeah, I'm like, it's odd, right? It's odd.
Yeah, it is.
It's like that's why you're there, and then somebody's telling you, like they're right. But I don't think it's them making that decision. I don't think that, like in that moment, I think there's some like greater thing that's kind of pushing them on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I don't know how to explain it. I just don't think they're able to really like. Here's something else that happens that's weird, right? I'll be on the trail and there'll be people coming and I'll be, like doing my thing and I'll see them around. And then all of a sudden I'll have somebody that comes up on trail and they won't see me. Like, unless I say something to them, like they don't know I'm there. Like a lot of times they get close and I'll be like, how are you? And they get startled. And it's like, they don't even know I'm there. But like, if they have a dog, their dog will look me right in the eyes.
Yeah.
and like they won't even know I'm there. You know what I mean? I've had people walk right past me and not even, and I'm not talking like, oh, like they just like weren't into paying attention to me because they were doing their own thing. You know what I mean? Like it's like they just don't even know I'm there.
Oh, yeah, because you're used to walking by somebody and at least saying hi to them.
Well, I mean, New Yorkers people are rude, but I mean, like, if you miles in the middle of the woods, like you pay attention to the weird guy standing on the trail between you and your exit. Like you know what I mean. You wouldn't just
That's
da walk shoulder to shoulder past him, like you know what I mean. Like in my mind,
yeah,
like a female would be like, okay, like kind of get cautious, like you know what I mean, like keep a little side eye on the guy in the middle of the woods. You know what I mean? At least that's
yeah.
what my mind says.
Mm-hmm.
But I all the time, man. Between listening to Mike and Tim chatting, dang it, I'm way behind. I think I am too, buddy. Thank God for Depends, no bathroom breaks. Albados creations. There is non-believers till they have to change their diaper in the middle of nowhere. Yeah, for the most part, right? So, like, for those of
Yeah.
you, Anthony from Unidentified as for like, he wasn't a non-believer. He just was like, he was just unsure about what was out there, if anything. Like, he wanted to believe, but anyway, so he was talking shit. He was always like on my videos, like, "Oh, I hope you went up. I hope you ran in there. I hope you checked for this and that." And I'm always like, "Dude, I don't go in there. I don't close the gap. I don't run after them." He's like, and he always say like, "Wait, when I go out there with you, when I see one, I'm running at it. I'm going after it. I'm gonna go, I'm gonna go tackle it and get a hair off or whatever." So that one night we're out there, he was talking shit right up to the point he had his encounter. He was literally saying like, if I see one out here, he's like, I'm running in there. I'm running in there. And then you'll hear him in his video. You'll hear him, Mike, I'm not going in there. And he's like pleading with me. He's like, I don't think you see it. Like, because of the way I'm reacting. I'm like, yeah, yeah, I told you, like.
Yeah.
He's like, I don't think you see it. It's huge. It's huge. He's like, you don't know what I'm looking at. I'm like, I do. I get it. Told you ain't going in there. Right, if you saw a 200-pound buck, you wouldn't run at that, right? So something that's built like a shit brick house. You know what I mean? If you saw a bear, if you saw anything, I don't care what it is. Even if you saw a 5.5 foot person standing out there, would you run at it? Hell no.
No, you sure wouldn't. No.
Yeah, right. So this is why, like,
Thank you, Stacey.
Yeah, it always blows my mind.
Uh-huh.
Oh man, there you go. Unknown Outdoors, nice. That's Trapper's channel. Much better lighting. Oh man, I must be so far behind. I experienced and still have footage from an Alaskan experience from tree knocks to huge structures. Tried nice. I wish that for everybody, man. I do.
Yeah.
BMR, my favorite Bigfoot storyteller. He is very good with detail. And, his encounter. Rob, look for the hazy, fuzzy masses in the woods cloaking. You could see faces within it. Rob's good at this. Rob comes out with me all the time. He's good at he's really good at catching video too. He's the one that caught the transparent thing running. What the hell that thing was, but it happened 2 days in a row. Same spot too. Thing must have been 2 foot tall, 3 foot tall, just hauling ass, man. Like looked like the Predator. Craig the Hunter, yes, thank you, Cash. Second video, okay, cool. Took me a while to get it. I missed that cashew thing, so check it out. kind of like stillness in the woods, yet whole trees, branches move like wind's blowing, but no wind is present. I call it, yeah, so I call it isolated wind and isolated rain and isolated whatever, because it's what it is, right? There is no wind, but there's an area that has wind. Or the one last thing I experienced was the rain was like following me. It was like, it's, you ever been in like Florida where like you're watching the rain across the street and like you're standing in the sun, you know what I mean? And like you're just watching your neighbor across the street getting poured on, but you're not. But like the forecast is never isn't. Yeah, it's so weird, right? Sun showers, but like that's kind of what this was, but it was just like kind of like following me around. And I'm like, this is just like, it was just weird. It was just weird. I don't know. I think that like I honestly think they were trying to keep me cool. Like, I don't know. I'm just speculating, to be honest, though. Yeah, we did have a blast, bro. Great show, man. Great show. Guys, go check him out, Craig the Hunter. Last live stream, I'm in there. My teeth are still killing me, but I'm here. Got some great picks today. That's what I look for. Well, actually, I usually feel where they are first. Awesome. Appreciate that. I agree. Feeling where they are first is the best thing you could do.
It is, yeah.
Even in the videos, sometimes it's to the point where I can grab that bar on the damn video and go. It could be like an hour-long video, and I could go back and forth like this and stop. And like it just happens to be at the best freaking thing you could find. Coincidence? I doubt it. No. Yes, that's a perfect way to explain it. I love elementals looking at me now through my window. Oh, that's cool. Like you are blending into the element environment, becoming one with your environment. Mother Nature is accepting your energy. I understand that you got this. Thank you, brother. I'm doing my best, man. I'm not. I'm a learning. What's the word? Like in progress or whatever, right? Like I'm like a work in progress. I didn't know anything about anything. I used to laugh at people. I used to crack jokes on them. Spiritual people and karma and meditation and yoga and just talk shit, right? Because like I didn't know what it was. I just thought, cool, you little, that's some cool prissy shit. Nice, like you know what I mean? Like, it's just what I thought. I didn't know any better. I was just going off a stigma. But I got out of the army and I was like, that's the change it took me to. Like when I started healing, like that's where I just naturally went. Like I went and just started shifting. Everything started shifting into this like spiritual side, like very like where I should have been probably for my whole life, but stupid shit got in the way, like testosterone and drugs and military and whatever else got in the way. You know what I mean? That like molded me into a different direction.
Yeah.
S4, yeah, so true. Oh, must be so far behind. Tim T, cool, thank you. Freaking huge, yeah. His accent is so funny, especially in his encounter. Like when I'm standing there with him, Mike, it's freaking. This Staten Island accent's great. I remember the minute he decided not to run in. Yeah, he literally says it out loud. He says it because he was just talking shit about it. It was great though. He handled it like a champ because you know what it's like to be in the night vision, right? And we were in the mountains, and he's in the monocular on the psionics, and he has and he sees it moving, and he stands there and films it for like 6 minutes. And most people run, and mind you, like I'm walking around them in circles talking to the rest of the Sasquatch because I can hear them banging, throwing rocks at us, like they're moving around.
Mm-hmm.
It's very typical Sasquatch behavior, like the shit you hear about, which I'm not used to. I'm used to suburban Sasquatch, so I'm like, you know what I mean? Like now I'm in a place I've never been. We've only been there for like a half hour. We literally, you know what I mean? We got into town like 2 hours before that. I have no idea where we are, what we're doing. Like I was laying in bed and something said get up and go, so we did. And then next thing you know, we were out there doing that. And anyway, it was really it was cool. But he stood there, and he, as nervous and scared as he was, because it's a scary thing, he stood there. And I keep telling him, I'm like, bro, don't be disappointed or ashamed or whatever in how you reacted, because most people run away, including myself. I dropped to the floor. You stood in the pocket like a quarterback taking hits from Warren Sapp. Like, it's not an easy thing to do.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you guys for subscribing. I have froze in my tracks a few times with Mike. Yeah. I mean, do you remember, Monto? You remember when Bubba roared like an African lion? You remember that? Well, I'm sure you remember, but like, I remember watching you like exactly where you were when he started to do that roar. You were like, that's where you froze. You know what I mean? And like, cause it like makes you, it makes you stop dead in your tracks. You know what I mean? Like, and it was pouring. Like, I mean, it was downpouring. And he was a trooper. He just kept going and going. I was like, we can keep going if you want. I mean, we were just rain, part of the rain at that point because we were so wet. I remember I was holding my camera, and every like few minutes I would like, put my arm down, and my rain jacket was just, like a waterfall of water was coming out of my sleeve. I'm going to mod for you another month, and then I might sub to you. Jimbo Space, welcome. My neighbors call it why my neighbors on your place. It was, but not anywhere else. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 110 wild, bro. Isolated wind can occur from electromagnetic wind, which is what I think the explanation is. Sometimes it is commonly reported in CE5 group meditations too. It's interesting.
Yeah.
Not going out in it, yeah. I saw them climbing trees in that form. Hi, Mike, do you think they shapeshift? Yes. Yep. Yeah, 100%. Oh, welcome in, by the way, Andrew. I'm just trying to catch up, guys. Sorry. Pyromedic, welcome in. What the hell's everyone laughing at? What I miss? Probably what Casher said. I film on shapeshifting. There you go.
Some of my thermal videos, you'll see them shifting like that, shape shifting.
Yeah. Well, that's one of the things that Bigfoot Michigan Rob, somebody just brought him up, and his Sasquatch encounter, he says it turned into like a demon. I'd imagine, whatever. I'm pretty sure it just shapeshifted into something scarier than a Sasquatch,
Yeah.
And it's just perception, really. And when something's throwing rocks at you, knocks your girlfriend out of the boat, and you never seen it before, and it's huge, and hair hanging down. And, yeah, Mike should have done a countdown. It would have been fun to see his response. You know what? If I could have, I would have, Byro. If I could have, I would have. Sasquatch. Nice on witnessing them changing in and out. Nice. So I have been steering away from the shape-shifting stuff. A lot of people have shapeshifters in a different category than Sasquatch. So I know I shouldn't do this way, and I shouldn't, right? I shouldn't. I should just tell everything like it is. But I'm trying to go at the pace of what they want me to teach everybody about, or what they want to teach through me about, I should say. I'm not the teacher. And shape shifting, I came up once and it did not go very well. It just didn't go very well. Trying to explain how they can change into different forms and change into different sizes and different things. It's just the world wasn't ready, and I still don't think they are. I think they have. I think a lot of people have them in different categories. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm sure there are other things that are shapeshifters as well. But this is why I try to explain it in the fashion that they're elementals of all types, right? There's elementals, there's earth elementals and water elementals and air. That's elementals of all elements. And then they can blend and bend. That's how I say it. And I try to say they blend and bend into everything and anything. And that's me kind of trying to spoon feed the shape shifting. You know what I mean? My Bigfoot leader just said, "Great to hear, believers." I love it. When you get a certain age, it's not about yourself so much, and you do have choice in life material. Things are spiritual gifts in your mind and heart. Meek shall inherit the earth. Hope it brings you. I hope Mike brings a tri-field meter tomorrow. We always have good results with RF first trees. Yeah, I'll bring it. Yeah, absolutely. All right. I'm going to try to catch up with you guys, so give me a sec. Mike from this was talking about how the face morphed when he screamed at him today on what? Yes, right. Yep. Yeah, so Mike from Red Creek Mafia, when the Sasquatch screamed at him, it its face did some kind of morphing thing as it was screaming, almost like its skin came off the back of its head, And I tried to say to him, I said, was it like when a snake eats and it peels its head back? And he said, no, it was was different. Or all the same thing and can even change into bears and wolves. I've heard that too, actually, yeah. It's like a muscle control or lack of. It's wild, man.
Yeah.
It's like that. You know what happens. Spirit being true that takes time to see it. Oh, wait. All right. I'm caught up. Sorry I had to skip some of you guys. All right. I'm just getting a little scared there. What time are we at? All right. We'll go for another 10 minutes, guys. How about that? Oh, yeah. Craig the Hunter. Oh, shit. There goes a bunch more. Mike was on Spencer and Misty Woodwalker. Right. At 2:30 this afternoon. I couldn't really. I tried to catch some of it, but did anyone see the bear changing into Bigfoot on Expedition Bigfoot? It was sitting looking like a bear eating, and then it got up and walked away. I personally didn't know.
I saw that. I remember that one.
Yeah. I do, Stacy. It almost sounded cartoonish. Right. Yeah. Oh. Stacy, it very much seems they choose certain people to see them or make sounds around their property, etc. Well, they're kind of everywhere and nowhere at once, right? So they can't possibly be in every patch of woods everywhere, but
yeah,
they can be there at any given time. So it's right, I think they choose who they're around for one reason or another.
Yeah, I do too. Yeah.
Like the hunter. Yeah, this is a good comment. I don't even have. I only see the first sentence. Nothing is solid. We are all made of waves, and some beings understand how to switch their vibration levels to change their molecular structures. Molecular structures. I think.
I've been studying a lot of quantum physics, and especially with Ron Moorhead's book, and he
Mhm.
explains how that happens with the quantum physics, and even Billy Carson. If you watch Billy Carson's videos, he helps explain a lot of that too. And he's not even talking about Bigfoot; it's just something that crosses over into what we're doing.
Yeah, they
It helps explain how they move so fast, how they
Yeah,
go through dimensions, things like that.
like Ron Moorhead is a great template for like how we should all be, since he's been in this for like 50 years plus,
Yep.
and he's always just followed. He's always just followed like the way it goes, right? Like
Yeah.
he didn't. He just stays true to the journey, no matter where it goes. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Uh,
We were
but
able to meet him in
yeah, I
Ocala.
respect that. Like
Yep.
I always hear people say like everywhere I go, oh, I heard Bigfoot like use the trees and they live in the trees. Is that true? I've heard they live in the trees, and I'm like, oh my god, like why does it get stuck there? You know what I mean? I'm like, why do they get stuck there? Like, how come it doesn't continue? Because like I preach this shit all the time. Like, yeah, they're in the trees, they're in the bush, they're everywhere. They're not
Yep.
just using a tree, like, but they are too. Like, and I keep trying to say, like, that's why they snap trees and that's why they bend trees. They keeping them alive you know what I mean? Out of respect for the tree, they could rip it out of the ground if they wanted to, but they're not. They're alive, energy flowing. They keep the nature connection going. It's not snapped at 10 feet up. It's not snapped at 10 feet up because it was a 10-foot Bigfoot. It's snapped there because that's where it has to snap to reach the next connector piece. And yeah, they live in the trees, but it's everything. They are everything and they live in everything. People be like, oh, do you think they come up and down the mountains and follow the food source? Like, you gotta think bigger than that. Like, they are the mountain. You know what I mean? They're one with that mountain. Like, forget about going up and down it, like physically. Like, just they're in it. They're on it. They're part of it. Once best advice I give people is once you stop separating them from the forest, like you will see them a whole hell of a lot more. And you'll understand them a whole hell of a lot more. Because we see physical things like a deer walking around, right? And like a squirrel running around the forest, but it's different for that Sasquatch because it's an elemental.
Mm-hmm. That's a good explanation.
It's hard sometimes to explain it in the words, right? You know what I mean? Especially when it goes so in depth,
mm-hmm.
and there's so many layers to it. And that's why I never categorize them, because you can't. They don't have a category. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Thank you, Linda.
I don't remember which episode. Seen some crazy stuff. I have to have an open mind and believe what I see with my eyes. If you do, it will come to you. Yeah, right. It's similar to pixie dust. Like, that's how I explain it. It's similar to pixie dust, right? Like if you want to fly, you got to believe you can fly, right? Like, there's people. A lot of people are held back by like their own. Our mind is a powerful thing, and if there's a block there, nothing's gonna progress. Like that's where everything stops. Is right there. Before it can even start, it stops right there. Maybe it's because I'm empath and extrasensory. I don't know yet. Could be. I have I have some tendencies, I guess. Again, I don't know if I categorize it. I think some groups have an area they stick to all year round. Yeah, yeah. Like that's another thing too. People are like, do you think they migrate? Do you think they? I don't know. You know what I mean? Like Bubba, I believe he stays in that area all the time, but he's also migrated to see me. You know what I mean? So like, you know, yeah, I don't know. My Bigfoot leader explained going through walls, windows, etc. by changing their molecules. Okay, cool. I have to give Littlefoot my phone so he can fall asleep probably. Okay. All right, Littlefoot's grandma, be good. It's great having you here. We're gonna wrap up in a minute. I just want to catch up on your comments, and then we will exit stage left. Of course, I've seen them and heard them, not full face, but in moonlight. Nice.
Yeah, good. Yeah, when you're out there, listen to everything. Listen to the birds. The birds will give them away.
Yeah, man.
Listen
I
to all
call
the sounds. You can hear them moving around.
yeah, Bigfoot drones. I call the birds.
Yeah.
You know, but they do. They sometimes they snitch on the Sasquatch. Sometimes the Sasquatch are using the birds. You know what I mean? Sometimes, you know, this is gonna sound off the wall, but I literally have. I took a screenshot of a video. There's a Sasquatch, and you can't really see him because he's so perfectly blended with the nest he's in. But all of a sudden, you see this translucent dove or mourning dove or something. It's like translucent, and you see it in his hand, and it takes off. Yeah, and like you can't if you don't see that, you never see him. You know what I mean? Him or her. You'll never know they were there except for that part. You know what I mean? And it's one of the most beautiful things I have. Like I don't share it a lot because again, it's just like it's so like. It's really so cool, far outside of what is being discussed all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's like it's hard to be that guy all the time who comes out with like something totally different. You know, so sometimes I just keep it to myself or share it with like individuals on the side.
Mm-hmm.
We have a group we interact with. Nice. I believe that they can. We're taught that masters of energy and manipulation of such. Absolutely. Chanel even gets angels on her campouts. That's amazing. All right, Littlefoot's grandma, be good. I want to see you eye to eye, face to face. You know? Yeah. Right. I mean, yeah, it'll happen, Rob. We'll talk about it. I'll leave the camera. Next time I'll leave the camera. The Native Americans said that they spiritually travel through the trees, go in a tree. South Carolina came out in Canada. Yeah. Well, exactly.
Yeah, that's what I believe too. That some of the trees they can actually like go into a portal in the tree and then come out somewhere else in another portal.
Yeah, I mean that's what I'm saying. Though, like it's not just the trees, right? There's like bush portals, there's water portals, there's you know what I mean. They're everywhere.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes the portals are in between the trees. You know what I mean? Like it just depends. Electricity is way faster than light.
And we have a lot of aquifer here in Florida too, and I think that they actually can go down into tunnels down in the aquifer too and use them.
Mm-hmm.
I think
like around here we have some squatch. I call them some squatch. You know what I mean? They like some pop. You know, like that. Again, I don't think they're like physically crawling through the tunnels all the time, but sometimes I think, you know, it depends.
Yeah.
But like what he said, the mycelium network was, under the entire North American continent.
Mm-hmm.
That's something that we picked up on together. Like he helped me with that. Was the mycelium, the fungus underneath, the network of fungus underneath the forest floor that connects everything too. So it's mind blowing. But again, I think that's why Patty was seen when she was seen, was because she was walking over rocks and there was no forest connectivity. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
She was walking over a dry bed and there was no water to, hide her. There was no nothing. She was walking across the rocks in her physical form. And then, so like, but again, I've said that a bunch of times, and I just watch people bang their heads against the wall. And I'm like, all right, whatever. Again, it's just my opinion. I wasn't there, but that's what it adds up to me, at least. They call them supernatural, but they are just connected to the earth, things we have forgotten or lost. Greg the Hunter is on point right here.
Yeah. I
could dig it. Quantum Bigfoot's secret and the mental ability to control molecules. Well done. Like there's like all the answers are sitting right here. And literally sitting right here in this chat, but 26 people will be the ones to get this info.
Yeah.
And the rest of the world will bang their head against the wall over and over again. I feel bad. I feel bad. I do. In some ways, I'm still too. They came into my life fast and didn't know what was happening at the time. That's what happens to everybody. You know what I mean? And then it continues to happen. In just different ways. Once they come into your world, it's like, everything gets flipped up. Everything gets flipped on its head.
It does. It changes everything.
Everything, yeah. We believe that Sabe, when coming out of the trees, when transporting, causes the tree trunk breaks. Oh, okay. Okay. They played drums. 3 hours, wow, on my barn. All right, good night, Rob. I'm gonna bounce too, guys. The birds of social media, the forest. I was way behind again, guys. All right, well, that's just gonna keep happening because the chat is so active tonight. So I'm gonna just scroll to the bottom and try to exit. Good night, Mark. Thank you all for being here. Obviously, Tim T, thank you for hanging out, brother. I'd love to maybe have you back. Yeah, I'm gonna try to figure out how to do this stuff on the computer, where I have this paid version of StreamYard, so I can share pictures and do all that fancy shit. I just have to learn how to open my computer and use it. Somebody tried to show me, but I don't. It's so much work for me to figure out. Just even sending pictures to myself, and I don't really use email, so I have to email myself and then click on that, and every time I click on that, I click out of StreamYard somehow. So when I get it figured out, anyway. But I'd love to have you back on anyway, and when we could talk more about what you got going on and everything.
Yeah. And I have a friend of ours that I would like to have on sometime too, if you don't mind.
Yeah, absolutely.
Kathy, she has the same thermal camera that I have, and she's in Ocala. So we help each other with videos and stuff too. So she gets a lot of good stuff.
Okay, great. Well, we're doing this every week now, so
okay.
If you guys want to just come on and hang out, obviously you know how it goes. I try to let them lead the way. You know what I mean? But
yeah.
Try to fit us in too, and I'm trying to squeeze everything in where I can. All right.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Thank you, everybody in chat.
Wow, it is moving tonight.
Yeah.
Wow, thank you all so much for being here. It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. Hopefully, Montauk is Strange and I will be out there. Thank you all so much. Tim T, thank you again, brother.
Yep. Thank you.
All right, I'm gonna put you out, I guess.
All right. All right. Good night, y'all.
I don't know how the hell to do it. Okay, there we go. All right. Well, thank you all so much. I mean, that guy's a legend. If you guys aren't subscribed to him, do it, because I'm telling you, very similar styles, except he's so coordinated, like so coordinated. And him and Waynette are amazing, great team. They just, I mean, and then they invite us into these like little tours and stuff they do, and it's so much fun. Great people, genuine, and he's very good at data collecting too. So for those of you who are into the research and the data and all that stuff, yeah, he's really good at that part too. Like 3 years ago, the Florida Bigfoot Conference got rained out and a bunch of people were camping. They couldn't camp because of the weather. They brought like a bunch of people into their home, like just great people. I don't forget shit like that. Like, even though I wasn't directly involved or affected, like, I don't forget shit like that. Those are the people I want in my circle. Sherry Emily, good to see you. OCST, thank you. Miss Linda Carson, thank you all for your input tonight. Stacy, you guys were all great. Seriously, Annabelle, Janelle, Montauk is Strange, thank you all. I appreciate you all so much. I could thank you all night, but I bid you adieu. Is that what you say? All right. As always, thank you. And I'll see you on the next one. Take care.